All races, all colors, all people. You're supposed to be able to mix and have fun and enjoy each other and, you know, live that dream. You know, Martin Luther King, all that stuff that we've all ingrained. Where can you see it in practice? Where do you see where people are living it?
It's white, black, Mexican, you know, there's racism all over the place.
It works for the system. You know, it keeps everybody at one another's throats. You can't come together on a political idea, you know, because everybody's got their own agenda.
Race. A lot of people misunderstand something and they channel their mind and never open it wide enough to see what's happening.
It's like stereotypes they get stuck with.
Growing up in a small town, I was told that the white people think of the Indians as dirty Indians. But we didn't.
Where I grew up, you were either white or you were Hispanic, and I'm East Indian and black and Caucasian, and I just was like, okay, well, I am Mexican like everyone else. I used to straighten my hair and I spent hours just trying to, you know, fit in.
Jews weren't considered white until like the turn of the last century, you know. And the Irish and the Italians weren't considered white until the turn of the last century too. So what is race? You really got to think about that.
It doesn't really exist in genetics.
We're all like genetically almost identical.
Racial things made up.
It's culturally constructed.
Well, what sort of things were you taught growing up about other cultures?
I graduated from high school. I don't believe I had ever spoken to a black person.
I didn't know what it was like. I didn't know what to expect.
When I was brought up as a child, in order for me to associate with another person as a friend, as a child, they had to be white, Anglo-Saxon, Protestant. I was not allowed to be too friendly with people who were Roman Catholic or Jewish or who had a different color of skin than I did, and that was just the way I was brought up.
I'm really tired of the old ways. I look at the children today, I'm ready for the new age children.
My parents were always teaching me to be really open and accepting, no matter color, creed, or whatever.
Tell me an ultimate truth about race.
Everybody's the same person on the inside.
Just look into somebody's eyes and find similar personalities among different ethnicities, people from different parts of the world.
It's about getting along with each other, people first, understand people.
This is one of the hardest things to do, is to hear someone out and not start shooting them down, especially when you're talking about race.
Because you don't know much about their culture, you just kind of accept whatever they have or what they value because you want them to value the same, your own belief.
Yeah, rather than having it be like, oh, this is scaring me, rather than attacking it or run away, why don't I just use energy to understand it? Courage. I think that's something that a lot of our society lacks.
The simple answer to your question about race and some talk about races is also based on stereotypes, and so it's based on negative stereotypes.
It should be individualism, you know, based upon what you see, what that person's in front of you, because not everybody's the same.
You gotta know what's inside of him by their actions.
I have fun with different cultures, different races. I love everyone. It's great to see the variety we have, culture and faces and tongues.
And my grandchildren are not just black, they're different cultures together.
I went to college in the 60s. I was exposed to people of all races and all faiths and all colors, and it kind of expanded my view to the point where I had a lot of friends who were not white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. I was the token WASP in the group.
There was never a time in working with the people I worked with in East Africa that I was anyway not accepted because of my skin color. So working in East Africa, I was thinking how they would be accepted if I brought them here with me.
Police locking anybody up who even look black like we the problem. We just a scapegoat so they ain't gotta solve them. See, they building more prisons instead of schools. They passing more laws and making more rules. I don't know about y'all, man, but I ain't gonna keep being they fool. Just to be able to share these things with each other and to talk about it, not from a point of anger, but from a point of, well, I want you to know, and hey, I want to know. You wonder why we're mad, gonna come back from this war, still can't catch a cab. You got racial profiling, all that other crap, 3 strikes, indeterminate sentences. It's a diabolical trap, and they consider me a threat, people.
Even African American people are afraid to meet up with another African American person at night, you know, in a lonely alley.
Black people, you know, we got a lot of work to go. We got a lot of work. We all do, yeah.
What do you think you can do to get rid of racism? Because I don't know. I don't know how to get rid of racism.
Yeah, you need to stop watching me. 'Cause I ain't your enemy, man.
Don't be ignorant, you know? Don't be ignorant to people's faiths and food that they eat.
Try to get out and get to know somebody new, you know? You don't have to be the same race or nothing, you know, just go out and make new friends just because he's a different color or different whatever, you know? Doesn't mean he can't be your friend, you know?
'Cause I ain't y'all enemy.
You try to just get to know them more and understand what their culture is.
Sometimes, you know, when you go to that friend of yours that maybe is eating something that you never really, you know, maybe some snails or something, try it. You never know, you may like it.
We went out eeling on Mad River, caught these eels and they smoked them, tried to get me to eat one once. It's one of the awfulest tasting things I've ever experienced. But nice guys, I like them.
My husband, he's not an American Indian, he's Norwegian. And we've always felt that our children need to know both sides of their family. Like down in Ferndale, they have the Oktoberfest, and they have a lot of the Scandinavians that come out and stuff. And our daughter was once the princess from the Sons of Norway. And so we encourage the Norwegian traditions as well as our Native American traditions.
In reality, we're all kings. We're all kings and queens here.